I personally always enjoy making stuff. I love woodwork, I love electricity, and I've always been a huge fan of lights. This Erica, the owner of the Firefly here, commissioned these. 3 of them. We're thinking about adding more because they're so convenient. But yeah, I really enjoy getting in to the garage and just making stuff. Not necessarily with the outlets and everything. I've been making lamps using the old vintage filament style bulbs, and actually one that's still in progress is using parts of my old transmission to make a nice lamp out of. I really love mixing the metal and wood together, so just little stuff like that. Had already seen something similar, so she said, "Hey, could you make that?" And I said, "Sure." What she had shown are just the basic ones that are just the metal box with the conduit running to it, and I thought that was kind of boring, so I just wanted to incorporate the wood that I enjoy working with and try to give it a little bit more excitement. So this has spawned other creations that I'll have to show off soon. I love light. I love controlling aspects of everything. These are the more recent developments in the housing market, and it's a lot of fun doing this. I've been able to experiment with a lot of different components and see what works and what doesn't, and even gotten into the newer LED bulbs, which this one's running. It's pretty exciting. It's a lot of fun getting that warm color. I enjoy drawing it up before I actually make it, so I usually will sit down with a piece of paper and just put something together. I enjoy everything behind it. I like to think, how will this look, how will that look, and this is just old scrap. This was my first one. This is just old pieces I had laying around the garage. So if you look at the back, it has a glossed piece of cedar off. But now, after my first one, I'm enjoying getting a little more into it, and I've now picked up some mahogany, and I really enjoy just playing with the Yes, I have accumulated a lot of tools over the years. I started out in auto body back in Washington. That was my first career. While my wife was in school, UW, I'm very proud, the real UW, University of Washington, she received her doctorate out there. Either way, while she was doing that, I was doing auto body and then miscellaneous jobs. So I'd like to think I've accumulated skills along with all of these tools. So it's really kind of inspired me to get into, I guess, art, having fun with that stuff. Well, during auto body, I certainly picked up quite a few skills to take with me. My hands, I feel, have really learned a lot through the trade, welding through all sorts of framework and doing quarter panels, and you know, aside from the basic stuff in the shop, I felt I often went towards the restoration. I'd often get thrown on older vehicles, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. We'd often get, say, an old 64, 65 Mustang in, and since I'd already done one, they'd throw another one at me, and so you get to know the aspects of it, and you get to see your work build and get better as you do repetition. And I think seeing all of that mechanical aspect of all the old vehicles, I think that's really inspired me. Electricity for me started with flashlights as a kid. I've always been a complete nut for flashlights, and collected so many different lights over time. And then when you get your first vehicle, I remember immediately modifying every aspect of the vehicle, starting with the lights, and then just following that trend, coming out here, just seeing where I've had time with part-time work. I've had time to try new things, and just within the first year I kind of started to see which direction I was heading. I definitely enjoy the latest LED technology. I try to keep up with all of that. I'm constantly finding myself buying and trying out new bulbs and interesting stuff from overseas, just to see what's coming. And I recently, very proud, I made a 100-watt flashlight out of a bunch of cheap components ordered through eBay and all those other parts. But so I actually have a 18-volt drill battery from a cheap drill. I'm looking into a lithium option, but for now it's the NiCad. So either way, it's really heavy. But then it uses a little voltage converter to boost the voltage. It's called a boost converter. Boost voltage up to 35 volts. It runs 3 amps, so it runs really hot, kills the battery really quick. Probably dangerous, but I really enjoy taking it out and camping. Maximum light output is always something I'm looking for, and there's already a 500-watt chip that I'm keeping an eye on. Well, I'm always looking for metal, and after you take apart enough items, you know what to look for. But I'm also always looking for unique and vintage. There's a big word. Old stuff. I've been finding random old projectors, stuff that is literally free, just everywhere out here. Yeah, it's a problem. My wife is constantly worried as to the expansion of our household, and yeah, it's a problem. It's an addiction. As far as these lamps, I'm really enjoying it. I'm building I don't know if you remember the old mantle clocks. It was, yeah, sit on top of the mantle. I'm incorporating one where I'll, basically the clock will be replaced with maybe some vacuum tubes and just some random artwork inside, and then it'll also incorporate the USB. Moving out here from Seattle, I immediately knew I needed a part-time job, and I was really happy to find what I feel is the best coffee in the area, and it happened to be in the same town we were in. So I decided to apply here with Firefly, and it's been a wonderful job. Great atmosphere. You really get to know people. You get to you know, expand and gain knowledge just from talking to people. So please come down to Oregon and check out the Firefly Coffee House. Very good place to meet people and see some neat lights maybe. Definitely appreciate you taking the time to sit down with me.